Good morning, everyone. Let's see if I can get my camera set up. Sunday morning. Um, we had a time change, which is always exciting. It is an hour later now. It's always shocking when you wake up and you're like, "What? I missed an hour. I slept in." No, didn't. Just the time changed. I lost an hour of the day. It's okay. We have to. So I am wearing a 5K at the lake shirt. It was actually yesterday, and it's usually we go in person. It's a lot of fun here at our state park, and this year it's changed to be kind of on your own. And we're just gonna go do the hike on our own. Let's see how far we get with the kiddos. But we have a shirt from each year. It's just kind of one of those family things we like to keep up with every year. Kind of a touching stone or tradition for us. So we're doing that. My daughter Taylor is upstairs baking cookies, so the kitchen will be a mess when I get up there. But she's getting older, and now she's starting to help clean up. Help means a lot of times I have to re-clean the dishes, but I'm trying to sit back, and that's what this meeting today is all about, sitting back a bit. So before we get into it, I want to start with an awareness practice, and just to see where we're all at, to check in with ourselves. So for the intention setting, and this is a new moon one, I want us to sit in a seat of awareness for just a minute to check in with ourselves. And I'm going to read something while we do that. So wherever you are, unless you're driving, we'll close our eyes and sink into our seat, feel our sit bones, and if your feet are planted on the ground, feel your feet planting on the ground. And just relax the shoulders back and down. Maybe you need a couple of circles to do that. Away from the ears and shoulder blades back and down. Just release any muscles that you're holding. And the first thing we do when we sit in awareness is just see where our mind goes. Does it go to your body? Does it go to a thought? Does it go to your breath? And just take note of it. And so we don't need to judge any of that. We just want to see where our awareness goes. Maybe it goes to your feet again, touching the floor, or a sound that you're hearing. All of those things are okay. So just notice where your awareness goes over and over again. And I'm going to read something, and then I want you to see where your awareness goes next. So I'll read it, and then everybody will go somewhere different, and that's okay. To let go is not to try to change or blame another. It's to make the most of myself. So now see where your awareness goes with that. Follow that awareness and then see where it goes next. And the sound of the chime will bring us out of that practice. I would love to hear, after you do that, kind of some thoughts that came up for you or where your awareness went. Um, and just start to notice that. We don't want to judge it, we just want to know what it's telling us, get curious with it. I wonder why, say, I wonder why I went there, or what could that tell me about where I'm going next, or what's that sensation in my body about? Just get really curious with that, and that's what awareness practice is all about. Um, and the new moon is a great time for new beginnings. So you may be feeling like you've been going inward a bit to process some things in your life. And the new moon is all about that. It's the darkest time of the month. Um, and so it's just really processing some things. And if you have some new insights or new thoughts or beginnings, it's a great time to journal those and just get them all out. Doesn't mean that they're going to happen now. It may be a premonition for the future. It may be something that you didn't realize was brewing in there. So it's a great time to journal. So I want to talk about wins first for our intentions. So if you have wins from last week, type them out here for us. And if you're watching on YouTube, we have a Facebook group. It'll be in the description of this video. So if you want to join in these meetings live, then you can jump in that Facebook group and then comment in here in the Facebook group. And we usually have a little bit of dialogue or commenting for each other. So wins from last week. So that, what I just read, to let go is not to try to change or blame another. It's to make the most of myself. I've been working on that this past week with actively listening. And I've been doing it a lot with my son because him and I have been struggling. He's very, he has a lot of opinions. He wants a lot of things. He wakes up in the morning wanting to play, wanting to eat, wanting everything. And so I'm sitting back and trying to be, what does it say? Trying to make the most of myself. So what I want for myself is patience. What I want for myself is ability to listen to him. What I want for myself is peace. So I've been thinking of ways that I can do that in those moments. And that is just listening more, just not talking, just listening to him and actively listening. So not trying my agenda, not trying to change his direction, just really listening. And that's helped a lot because I think being the youngest kid in the family, he's struggling to be listened to. And so I really want to give him that ability to have space and time to just say what he wants and talk. So also with my husband, I had a really great breakthrough with actively listening to him. Good morning, Julie. Launch a project. Yay. Yes. Great time to launch a new project. I have some announcements I want to make too. So it's exciting. So with my husband, I just sat and listened to him about some new things in his life that he's thinking about as well. And he really needs time to process. And I looked at him with new eyes, that I need to understand him, or seek to understand first. And so I really wanted him space to talk and time to process, and that's without me interjecting. So just reflecting back some of the things he said, asking, clarifying questions like, did I hear this right? Or am I understanding you in this way? Just trying to get a little deeper. Because I struggle with that, wanting to be heard and understood myself. So it's a great thing to practice for me this week. So those were a couple of my wins. And some of my new things, my goals for this upcoming moon cycle or this week are to figure out a booking system so that I can have one on one coaching. I would love to do these meetings with people one on one because I know it's really helpful to be heard and understood. And I want to provide that space for people, for you to just talk about your hopes and dreams, where you're going next, process, some of the things that you're trying to figure out, and have some place for you to be heard and understood. So I am trying to work out technology again. I will do it. It's like one of those things that I need outside sourcing. So booking a booking system. I'm excited about that. Also, some people really like private yoga, and I understand that. I like it too. So I would love more hours this week, or not this week, but in the future for people to book private stuff with me. That's a huge goal for me, and I'm excited to announce it. What else? Goals. So the thing I'm working on, which is kind of my affirmation, is from Stephen Covey. Hey, bud. There's Tegan. You want to say hi? Yeah. Nobody's on the other. There's no pictures right now, but Julie's listening. She's right there. She made a message. Yeah. I'll see you in a bit. So, Stephen Covey, I think that's how you say it. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People Every Day. I like to read some of these just for some intention and just reflection. And one of the habits, I think it's the 5th one, is where did I write it? Seek first to understand, then to be understood. I love that. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. And going to use the affirmation. I think I seek first to understand is really what I'm going to do. I want to take the to be understood totally off this week because I really want to get into the understanding of people. So I seek first to understand, and mostly with my family because we have a lot of, I grew up this way. Everybody's seeking to be understood in the family, and that's a safe place. That's where everybody wants to talk and all of that. So I'm going to seek first to understand and kind of sit back a bit and just get to know my husband and my kids in a new way this week. I really want to understand and listen with compassion. And that's another thing is I am hoping to launch a workshop maybe once a week, once a month, or every other month called The Art of Compassionate Listening, where we can really work on these skills with each other. And I'll present a scenario, just kind of like I did at the beginning of this meeting, where I present a quote or a scenario. We go internal, we really process what's coming up for us, and then we share it with a partner. And our partner only reflects. They do not ask questions. They do not summarize, or they don't, they might summarize, but they don't interject any conclusions or reflections for you. So this is a workshop I'm excited to launch where we can practice these skills with each other in a safe place. And then, really, because this is one of my life goals, is to really be a compassionate listener. So I'm excited to launch that. So I won't be doing these intention setting meetings once a week anymore. I'm going to be doing them on the new moon, and then I'll be having more private meetings available. So super cool stuff, and I hope that I'll see some of you guys in one-on-one and really get to know you better that way. So what goals do you guys have? Julie, I'm excited to hear about a project of yours soon when you're ready to share. And then we'll be talking in a couple weeks about some of your cool stuff. I'm excited about that. Um, yeah, so wins, intentions for the week, or goals for your the next moon cycle, and any affirmation you want to carry with you for the week, let us know. We keep each other accountable here in this group, so type it out for all to see. That's what I'm doing. I just announced a bunch of things. You guys are holding me accountable here. I'm gonna do it. All right, so have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you soon.